Hello everyone and welcome! My name is TheSparrowsJourney. This is ARK Survival Evolved. On this video I want to talk a little bit about taming. I've did a taming video on a raptor, and I think it's not a good idea to make a taming video for every single dinosaur, because after some while it becomes almost the same thing. It's a waiting game. I am at the same time taming a beautiful mammoth. It's one of my objectives, having a mammoth. I've had one before, but someone killed it. I'm not only taming one mammoth, but actually two mammoths. To start off, you obviously need to bring the dinosaur unconscious. You can bring an animal down, a dinosaur down, by using a slingshot and a rock. I would say that is the most basic way to bring a dinosaur down. If you don't consider punching, and some people say that it's good to just aim to the head, because that's where the tranquilizing shots and whatnot become more effective. The second way would be a bow and tranquilizing shots that I just mentioned. So you obviously need to craft a bow and have tranq arrows that you can craft with simple arrows, stone arrows, together with narcotic, and that brings me to more items that you need to tame a beast. From the very start, the most basic thing you can use to keep your dinosaur unconscious so that he can be tamed and the process can be done successfully. You're gonna need either narco berries. This is the most basic way to bring them their unconscious bar up. Then you have narcotics, which you craft with narco berries and spoiled meat at the pestle. So then you have something called stimulants, and why am I carrying this and showing you this? This can be crafted by using steam berries and spark powder, which you can make with flint on a pestle as well. When you use narco berries, their torpidity will get to max, and from that point on, their food meter will not go down faster. So what people do normally is use steam berries together with narco berries to bring the torpidity down with steam berries, because that's what steam berries do. They're energetic, so they bring their torpidity down, which will eventually make them wake up. So they do not ever let that number get to 0. So it now reset. It's not moving any faster, not up, not down, which means it's not having any effect on his torpidity. So we're going to use a steam berry, and you're going to see his torpidity going down. Also, his food meter also moves faster. So what you want to do is balance these two. You should use narco berries and steam berries for herbivorous dinosaurs, and you should use only narcotics and stimulants if you want to use them on carnivorous, because if you use narcotics on herbivores, you will bring their effectiveness, taming effectiveness, down. Narcotics are more effective than berries. Berries bring their torpidity up by around 8, if I'm not mistaken, and narcotics bring their torpidity up by 40. This taming effectiveness bar will change depending on what you are feeding your dinosaur. Obviously, for carnivorous dinosaurs, you want to give them raw meat. That is the most basic food that you can give them. But not only that, there's also primal meat, which you can give them, cooked primal meat, and cooked meat. If I'm not mistaken, raw meat and cooked meat have the same effect. Then you have the cooked primal meat, which will be twice as fast as the raw meat. Then you have the raw primal meat, which will be the best way to bring a carnivorous dinosaur taming bar up. If you are feeding them the right thing, they will be tamed faster. You will have a higher taming effectiveness with, for instance, on the mammoth, and this is another thing that I wanted to say. If you give them major berries, than if you would give them the yellow berries or the red berries, because mammoths prefer major berries. Actually, most herbivorous dinosaurs that I've tamed so far always prefer major berries, never any of the other berries. So what this taming effectiveness will do, not only tell you if it is the right food that you are giving them, but it will also change the melee damage that they do when you actually finish taming them. The higher the taming effectiveness you have on a dinosaur on the point you finish taming them and you're about to name them, the higher the melee damage will be on that dinosaur. So this one has 105% melee damage. If I keep that effectiveness up, and there's no really good way to do that, it will always go down slowly, and there's no way you can prevent that. The only way you can, you know, try to keep the effectiveness up is to give them the right food and never hit them. If you hit them, they're not gonna like that. There's also one thing that people are calling the starvation kind of taming, with which what you basically do is you let their food meter go down to something like 50 and then give them food. The taming bar will never stop, because if you notice over here, the bar is almost at max, so he's not gonna eat more than he needs. So what basically people do is starve them to a point where after giving them food, the meter will never stop. Now, people claim that's faster. That's a lie. The only real reason to do that, in my honest opinion, is that you're gonna have a higher taming effectiveness at the end. Now, how hard it is to tame a dinosaur, you would say. People claim that the bigger the dinosaurs are, the more difficult it is to tame them. Not only because you will have to keep them down for more time, longer, but because to make them unconscious, you're going to need many more tranquilizing arrows, for instance, or rocks if you're using the slingshot. I don't really advise you to use the slingshot against something like the Carno or the T-Rex. You might get some holes in you before putting some holes in him. It is known that the higher level they are, the more difficult it is to tame them. Not only, again, because it will be more difficult to make them unconscious, but because it will take more time to tame them. The taming bar is much bigger, if you want to see it that way. It would take me something like 5 to 6 hours to tame a level 24 mammoth. Those mammoths that are over there that I'm trying to tame right now, they will take something like 2 to 3 hours to tame, because they are lower level. They're level 10. Why would I tame a beast that is level 10, that is harder to tame, when I can just tame a level 1, which will be much faster? In that, yes, you're right, it will be much faster to tame a level 1 than it is to tame a level 10. The question is how much better it will be when you actually tame it. When you tame a dinosaur at level 10, obviously his base stats are better, even though you have not been given the choice to spend them where you wanted. But not only that, in ARK, you are only allowed to level up your dinosaur 34 times. It might be more, it might be less, but it's around that number, I'm sure. Which basically means that if you tame a level 1 dinosaur, it will end up being level 35 at most. If you level up a level, for instance, 10, that I am, it's gonna be max level 45. Which basically means when they are at their highest capacity, it is better to tame a level 10 guy than a level 1, because you will take the most out of it. And there's another reason that, you know, I can throw out there. It's not really a good reason, but some people see it as useful. If you tame a level 10, it will take you something like, I would say, 3 to 4 hours. If you tame a level 1, it will take you, as an example, something like 2 hours. So, obviously, you prefer to take the level 1, because it wastes less of your time. But here's the thing. To get that level 1 to level 10, you will take something like, what, 10 hours? So, if you tame a level 1, and you want to have it at the same level than the one you saw, but didn't tame, that was level 10, it will take more time to get to that level 10. So in the end, you are kind of saving hours of work. You're sort of investing more time now so that you can save some time later. And that's also a good excuse, I would say. Just don't try to tame a level 20 if you're all alone. Believe me, it's not worth it. You're gonna probably take something like 6 hours, and it's gonna happen something in between that might screw up with your taming process. Right now, honestly, I prefer to tame between level 10 and 15. I think that's a very good standpoint. Because if I try to go for level 20, it just takes too damn long. I think they need to lower the taming process, the taming time. I like the way it is. You feel rewarded when you actually finish the taming and it feels good. Why not having a taming stat? Why not having a stat that says Taming Speed Effectiveness? Something of the sort. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you somehow. I'm gonna now finish taming these two beasties. These two, are they your wife and husband? Because I found them in the same group. That is actually curious. No, my name is TheSparrowsJourney. This is ARK Survival Evolved. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have. I'm gonna now finish taming these two beautiful beasties. And I will see you on the next one. I also need to eat and drink. Bye-bye. Don't forget to see, after this, the taming concluding. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching, everyone. If you are looking for more, feel free to check these suggestions. As a reminder, if you're looking into buying games, considering using my G2A ref link in the description of this video. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you on the next one, and remember, stay above the waters.